Ralph Ellison. In today's discussion, we will talk about diction, tone, syntax, themes, and detail. Starting off with the many themes seen throughout The Invisible Man, which are betrayal, identity, and the overcoming of obstacles. Here to help me discuss these themes is our special guest, Jenna. You do know that's a long book, right? Don't worry, I have one for you. Just kidding. Now that we're settled, Jenna, where did you first see the theme of betrayal in the story?
On page 191, the narrator goes to Mr. Emerson's office to hear the letter of recommendation that Dr. Bledsoe wrote about him.
Yes, this is actually a very important part in the story because the narrator first sees that Dr. Bledsoe had originally not allowed him to return back to the college, and it was his first taste of betrayal once he was in New York. So for our second theme seen throughout the book, it is the overcoming of obstacles, which ultimately leads to the narrator finding his own identity, which is seen when he is mistaken for Reinhardt. As Reinhardt, he sees the many different identities that he holds, which ultimately enlightens the reader to see that he himself has control over his identity. Where did you see this theme?
In the end of the book, there's a quote where he says, "I'm shaking off the old skin and I'll leave it here in the hole." This represents like him overcoming his obstacles because he's becoming a new person.
Thank you, Jenna, for being a lovely guest on this show.
Thanks.
But now, our next guest is Lizzie. On to our next topic, which is diction. Lizzie, what did you find?
I actually found that our narrator uses more sophisticated diction as compared to others that he found, where, say, like Ross the Exhorter, he used a lot of slang, which made our narrator seem higher educated than those around him.
Yes, he also uses very descriptive diction in order to give his readers the perspective that he is seeing throughout the book. However, he does use negative diction towards the end of the story when he describes the Brotherhood or Ras the Extorter, emphasizing his hatred toward these groups. Coinciding with diction, Ralph Ellison uses his syntax with long drawn-out sentences in order to give the readers an inside look at the narrator's perspective of his surroundings.
I don't know if you noticed this, but if you look at how the book is written, it goes from like these long, drawn-out paragraphs where they're just filled with really long sentences to little bits of dialogue, and I feel like that really emphasized the situation that the narrator was in and with whoever was talking, and just brought out the importance.
Giving them a clear understanding of the situation the narrator was involved in. Now, we will introduce my favorite guest, the Invisible Man. I think he's here, but let's just clap again. Let me check if he's here. Okay, everyone, he is here, yay! Okay, for this interview with our Invisible Man, we will be discussing the tone the narrator had throughout the story. In the beginning of the story, what tone would you say you had? Well, we thought that the narrator had a very hopeful tone because even though he was kicked out of the college, he still had hope that he would find a job and that he would be able to find his way throughout New York, including when he found the Brotherhood, he was very hopeful. Now, moving on to the end of the book, what tone would you say you had? Let's just go with accusing. The accusing tone was specifically toward the Brotherhood when he found that they were actually corrupted, and he was very is accusatory a word?
Accusatory? No.
I don't think so.
is a word. The other tone we were going to talk about was the narrator's reflective tone, which is seen throughout the story. His reflective tone can be seen specifically when he is overcoming his obstacles. When he finds out his identity, he's very reflective and he sees that he has control over himself, not the perspectives of others. He also is very reflective when he's in the manhole because he notices and burns his high school diploma, which is very dear to him, so he almost is overcoming these things. And in the epilogue, he's very reflective when he says that he's going to shed off this skin and come back into the real world. Thank you, Invisible Man, for all your help. Now moving on to our next topic, which is detail, which I will be inviting special guest Tammy. Yay! Now moving on to detail. Where did you see the specific detail in Invisible Man?
Well, throughout the book, the author emphasizes certain words with italics to, basically describe the narrator's inner thoughts.
He also uses italics when describing songs or poems to give the narrator a reminder of the South. Including italics, there is also imagery seen throughout the story, specifically in The Golden Day, which the audience gets a clear depiction of everything going on with the craziness of the bar and the old war veterans. And he uses imagery to also describe his thoughts along with the italics. The audience gets a clear depiction of everything going on with the craziness of the bar and the old war veterans. And he uses imagery to also describe his thoughts along with the italic. Now that it's the end of our reviewing of The Invisible Man, I just want to give everyone a free copy of The Invisible Man. You get a book, and you get a book, you get a book, you already have one, you get another one. Thank